مساء الخير مرة جديدة، وضيوفنا باستوديو هن ممثلين من MPAC Mediterranean Political Action Committee. بمسي بالخير الرئيس الMPAC مستر جون خضر. بمسي بالخير دكتور نادر صايغ عضو الMPAC، وأيضا أستاذ أكرم مرجية من MPAC. Mr. John Khader, let's start with you. حضرتك the president of the Mediterranean Political Action Committee, well, the founder of MPAC. Where did the idea come from and why MPAC?
The idea started many years ago. زمان احنا كنا always involved بال voting process and always بدنا صوتنا ناس تسمع لنا. Which, you know, over the years we're getting left back. شوية بشوية, you know, بعد elections بطلوا ناس يلد علينا. مساعدهم مساعد بدهم اياه معطيهم مصاري.
So politicians ما بقى
بعد
يسمعوك، ما
November
بقى تنتخبون بعدين ما بيردوا عليك.
Yes.
So you had like an activities before as individuals. Now you put everyone is like an organization, organize it.
احنا مجرد we're trying to get everybody together.
Yeah.
من كل all social aspects, professionals, lawyers, doctors, business people.
So I know that MPAC is basically Westchester residents. It feels, or it felt to me, that it's mostly Yonkers or neighboring towns and cities. But eventually, obviously, it's gonna grow wider. And it's not only Arabs. منا بس عرب، ولكن هي أيضا كل الميديترينيان، يعني Albanians، الجريك. أستاذ أكرم، خليني أتحدث معك شوي صغيرة عن MPAC. قدمتوا الحفل تبعكم الأول your first gala، وكان بيحضرها العديد من السياسيين والناشطين والفعاليات يعني اللوكل يلي موجودين بيونكرز والمناطق الأخرى. ما أهمية، وكان يعني أستاذ جون عمل سبيتش كتير حلو ذكر فيه توجه للسياسية وبحرقة قوية إنه نحن رح نشتغل معكم ولكن رح نشتغل ضدكم كمان. وهيدي الشغلة لقيت يعني كتير من الجمهور وقف وزقف وتحمسوا لهالموضوع. اشرح لنا شوي صغيرة أهمية إنه الميديترينيان وبالأخص العرب يكون في عندهم نشاط سياسي.
وزي ما تفضل جاني، الفكرة موجودة من حوالي 40 سنة، بس لم تكن هناك جهود لتطوير هذه الجهود في منظمة واحدة عشان تطرح الأجندة تبعتنا على الساحة السياسية. أخيرا قبل حوالي 6 أشهر اجتمعنا بحضور الدكتور نادر، وكانت الفكرة أنه نكون هذا الإمباك من الجالية ليس فقط العربية، بل الجالية التي تسكن في مدينة يانكرز من الشرق الأوسط أو من البحر الأبيض المتوسط كليا. والخطاب
يعني اللي أنا يعني يمكن أعجبني في الإمباك it's you know it's in different kind of business. Dr. Saig is president of Board of Education in Yonkers.
مظبوط.
So John is a businessman.
Correct.
And Mr. Akram is an engineer.
Correct.
So it's you are very diversified, or you know this like kind of distinguish between you know different business, which is good, and all in Arab roots, right?
All Arab roots.
All Arab roots. So as a Board of Education, as a President of Board of Education, that's very important, I think, for our community. شايف زي العرب في يمكن في المنطقة اللي هي بتاعت يانكرز اللي you are the you know the president there. So العرب والإديوكيشن العربي وتعليم اللغة العربية في المدارس، هل ده في إمكانيات هناك إنه يتطور ويحصل؟
The Arab community, and I appreciate ART's effort, and as a community, our goal is to expand education, expand healthcare, expand business development, and truly allow Arab Americans, not only in Yonkers and Westchester County, but this is a network that sends a message throughout the country.
True.
And many Arab American communities are fluent in English and many are fluent in Arabic. And we are just developing.
You're born here, right?
I'm practically born here.
You're practically
I've
born
lived
here.
Nearly 60 years. But we encourage our community to maintain its culture, its tradition, to feel proud about being Arab Americans. And we recognize that our people put a tremendous effort on education. We educated our children. We encouraged them to be the very best. And we rose through the ranks of community agencies and development. We have the best medical doctors, the best educators.
Yes.
And to be the president of the Board of Education of a city like Yonkers that has more than 200,000 people and the fourth largest in the state, it is symbolic of our role. And
Absolutely.
Dr. Sayegh, another question for you because of the importance of education. We've seen other communities like the French community in New York City, for example. They have a French program in New York City public schools because I would call it the lobbying because of the efforts of this French community with the city to implement the French language, their culture, their heritage in public schools because taxpayers are from French origin. In Yonkers in particular, there's a lot of taxpayers that are Arabic. أردنية خاصة. There's a big diaspora, Jordanian diaspora. ما في رغبة, there's no will, ما في هدف أو رغبة بالفعل من الجالية إنه يعني تخلي اللغة العربية هي لغة كمان تعلم بالمدارس الرسمية.
Definitely. A number of years ago, we incorporated through community-based agencies an Arabic language school. So we've had that. And children were learning Arabic. They were born and raised here. We are initiating, as you speak, an initiative to teach Arabic, like they teach French and they teach Italian and Russian and German, to teach Arabic in the Yonkers public schools. Through the presence of our people, whether they're school principals and teachers and educators, we encourage many more Arab Americans where every school in Yonkers has a high number of teachers and principals and teacher aides and assistants that are now involved that make it more convenient for our children and our parents when they go to school that there's individuals that speak Arabic.
So when can we see something like that? When can you see the Arabic language to be in schools?
I think within the next school year, there's a proposal to push Arabic. In fact, you know, Yonkers is very diversified with a large Christian population, a large Muslim population, and the community works together very well. We have a Muslim school, for example, in Yonkers, the Andalusia School, that I was a principal of. I was an educator for 40 years, and as a Christian, I was a principal of a Muslim school, and really worked together.
So it doesn't matter actually because it's education, you know.
To the point where education, we're now making sure that the Yonkers Public School
Yeah,
has
that's
a Muslim
great.
holiday.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
I want to go back to MPAC, you know, and I want to ask John, you know, about the MPAC. It's like an action committee. Are you like, you know, for anybody like Democratic, Republican, Conservative, or you going in one direction?
And we have one direction. It's our agenda.
What's
the agenda?
Our agenda, we want to be recognized. We want to sit at the table and have our voices heard.
Good.
And our voice has not been heard. And it's not the last 2 years, 5
As a
years.
Republican voice or
As a voter, as a voting, you know, when we go out and we rally people to vote and take your mother out of the house and take your sister out of the house, and politicians, they see this.
يعني
زي ما قلت لك بنسوا بعد نوفمبر بيجي بنسوا.
يعني actually MPAC بتشجع الجالية العربية حاليا دلوقتي في يانكرز وهم اكسباند بعد كده على اماكن مختلفة ان هم يروحوا يعملوا فوت سواء بقى ديمقراطي ريبابليكان جمهوري مستقل المهم ان انت هتخرج من البيت وتروح تنتخب.
مظبوط.
والدتك تنتخب ابنك ينتخب كل ما هو له حق الانتخاب بعد سن 18 سنة يروح ويدلي بصوته لان ده بيدينا قوة كجالية عربية.
John, would you like to add something? Because I would like to also to address Mr.
المشكلة مرات في عندك ناس بيقولوا هذا رايح ما فيش there's some races there's no fight going on. But it's very important to vote against him. Instead of making the margin 10% win,
Exactly.
15, you close the margin 7-8%. This doesn't make him a strong candidate for next time. There's a bigger seat open, and our generation does not understand this. Your vote
Count.
is super, super, super important, and it can work both ways. You could help the candidate. You could again hurt the candidate by closing the margin of victory. But more importantly, they will not see this till they see
Because
us
you know,
getting involved.
maybe they say in New York, you know, oh, everyone is going to go, the Democratic will win in New York, so I don't need to go there.
استاذ اكرم بدي اتوجه لك بسؤال يا ريت بتعطينا بالارقام مثلا اذا في عندك ارقام اهميه الصوت العربي او الصوت الشرق الميدل ايسترن
ميدل ايسترن اجمالا من احصائيات 2010 تعداد سكان بلده يانكرز ما يقارب 200,000 ونحن العرب نمثل ما يقارب 5%، يعني 10,000 ناخب عربي في مدينة يانكرز. الأعمال التي تطرحها مدينة يانكرز حوالي 800 وظيفة. لدينا 4 أشخاص يعملوا من خلال بلدية يانكرز. هذا لا يتساوى، لا يتناسب مع 5%.
صحيح.
لازم على الأقلية لازم يكون لنا 40
صحيح
40 عامل من خلال 5%.
طيب خلينا جنتلمان لو سمحتوا نشوف كليب مصور من الحفل الأول للأمباك. كاميرا الجسر كانت موجودة وأخذت هاللقطات.
Here in Yonkers, New York, this is an organization that was established to develop greater respect for Arab Americans and to support candidates' initiatives that represent the best interests of our community here in New York State and the rest of the United States. We encourage our community to get involved, to register to vote, to make their voices heard, and to make sure that they're there working together, hand in hand, to represent the best interests. It is indeed a privilege this evening. This is a historical, memorable event. This is the first annual gala for MPAC, which stands for Mediterranean Political Action.
انه في عنا بس مشاكل تقنيه ولكن اكيد رح نعمل على حلها. استاذ اكرم خليني ارجع معك شوي صغيره. الحفل الاول للامباك تم اختيار دكتور جيمس الزغبي كرمال يكون المتحدث او الكينوت سبيكر. لماذا جيمس الزغبي اللي هو طبعا للمشاهدين اللي ما بيعرفوا مع انه دكتور زغبي غني عن التعريف هو البريزيدنت اوف Arab American Institute؟
لأن الدكتور زغبي لديه تجارب ما مررنا به، يعني وهو استطاع من خلال وجوده السياسي بأن يحصل ويعمل على التغيير وإيجاد نفسه على الساحة السياسية. فكان هو الشخص الذي نتطلع ونستمع إلى آرائه. وهو لما أتى إلى الحفل وجلس معنا بعد الحفل كان معجب كثير بما رأى من الفعالية، وقال هذا هو بداية الخط الذي يجب أن نمشي عليه من 40 سنة مضت، ولكن علينا أن نبدأ أحسن من لا نبدأ من لا شيء.
يعني أستاذ أكرم أنتوا في إمباك بتشجعوا العرب إن هم ينتخبوا، ولكن مش بتوجهوهم لبارتي معين.
مظبوط. هو الهدف هو الحراك السياسي. أبسط الحق لنا كمواطنين إنه هو حق الانتخاب. هذا يأتي لنا بعد بلوغ سن 18 سنة. والحراك السياسي واجب علينا كلنا كمواطنين أن نداوم على الحراك السياسي لكي نستفيد كمواطنين. لدينا أبناء كلياتهم في درجات عالية من التعليم ولهم الحق بأن ينالوا نفس الفرص التي تنالها الجاليات الأخرى في العمل مع الحكومة تبعت البلدية أو حكومة المقاطعة. هذا حق.
طب خليني اسالك يا استاذ اكرم، MPAC as a committee, as an organization, non for profit. اعتقد انها non for profit.
That's true.
Financially, how it gets supported?
نحن بدأنا بالبداية كان عددنا لا يزيد عن 12 شخص. بعد ما تكون العدد وأصبح ملازم أو كافي لفتح أو بداية المؤسسة، قمنا بالبداية بكتابة قانون المؤسسة الذي سوف نطبقه من خلال العمل. Exactly, the bylaw. وقررنا في ذاك الزمان أن الرسوم السنوية لكل شخص بالمؤسسة هي ما يساوي $1 في اليوم الواحد، وهي $5 بالسنة، $500 بالسنة. وهناك أيضا عضوية $100 بالسنة للأشخاص الذي ليس لهم الحق بالتصويت في السيستم تبع المنظمة. صحيح. وهناك أيضا تبرعات من ناس يودوا الانضمام أو المساعدة للمنظمة، وكل هذه الأمور كلها قانونيا ضمن الحراك السياسي، وكل شيء نقوم به هو ضمن القانون للحراك السياسي.
John, let me go back with you. You're the founder of MPAC. Did you copy or did you look at a different model when you started building this committee?
تفكير لا بالشو اسمه بالكوميتيز يس bylaws yes. The idea انت قبل شوي سألت how we support ourselves.
Yes.
What makes MPAC different is your donation stays in your name. You use your donation when you go to an event. If you don't go to event مصيرات بتظل معك. لما تروح كل اسم مسجل السنة هاي انت رحت هون هون ما فيش monthly maintenance ولا operating.
صحيح.
الحفلة احنا بنسويها كل سنة هاي that's for our internal operating costs. ويب سايت سوشيال ميديا وشغلات مثل هيك.
You raise fund on this.
Internally, but we want to encourage everybody to come. The money is theirs. It's in an account. كل quarter في review. أميت رحت عمين رحت شو سويت. So
في شفافية. There is transparency.
Very transparent, and it's always your money, and you're welcome to leave anytime. إذا مش شايف شيء مش عاجبك,
يعني هي الهدف أكثر شيء توعية awareness for people يلي ما عندهم enough awareness.
في awareness بس أنا بقول لك في in every community whether it's الإيطاليان الإسبانيول الأمريكان دائما في ناس بس بيذدوا بس بيشتغلوش مع بعض. واحنا زمان شفنا 2-3 organizations بيضربوا مع بعض. احنا هون
او بيشتغلوا ضد بعض.
بنروح حفله بنشوف واحد قاعد هناك، نشوف حفله بنشوف واحد قاعد هناك، ليش ما نقعد مع سوا؟
صحيح.
خلينا ناخذ اتصال. محمد من شيكاغو معنا. ماهر، مساء الخير ماهر.
السلام عليكم.
وعليكم السلام ماهر.
تحياتي. I have a few questions for my brothers here. What do you think of the Trump when he said that the Trump we will move the American embassy to the internal capital of the Jewish people, Jerusalem? Does that make any sense when he said my daughter Ivanka is about to deliver a Jewish baby boy? Congratulations. Bernie Sanders is Jewish and I love him and I want to vote for him. We don't hate nobody. We just need justice. The name of God is being associated with violence, hate, and crime. Also, Hillary Clinton is saying the American cannot ever be neutral when it comes to Israel security or survival. What about the Palestinians? What about the Syrians? What about in Egypt? We need a solution. What do you think about all this? That to have a good leader, the Trump, is really damaging
No.
the image of the United States.
Okay.
Very good
Because
question.
it's the land of justice and faith.
شكرا ماهر على هالنقاط المهمة يلي أثرتها يلي هي تلخص بسؤال واحد دكتور نادر يعني basically your position or MPAC's position from the international foreign policy, American foreign policy.
MPAC represents largely Arab Americans. And as Arab Americans, no matter where, what region in the Middle East, what religion, we take pride in being Arab Americans. And we're very concerned about the foreign affairs. But we also recognize that America is run by political organizations, by political action committees, and some are so powerful and do so much fundraising that they control the opinions and the recommendations of the major candidates we're dealing with, whether Trump, Clinton, Sanders, Cruz. We believe that whether on the national level through the efforts of James Zogby and ADC and AAI and the Anti-Discrimination Committee, the efforts nationally are no different from what we do locally. Even though we may deal with local issues that impact us locally, we are concerned about the Middle East. And
So,
yeah. But we feel that politics, whether it's in Yonkers, New York, on the state level, in California, in Chicago, that Arab Americans must recognize that the only way you can change political opinion in America, you have to register to vote, you have to get active, you got to contribute to candidates that support you, so that when they see that there's an enormous amount of Arab Americans registered to vote, and we can get the vote out to impact elections,
صحيح. احنا
they will respect us
لازم
more.
يكون عندنا لوبي قوي. وامباك اكشولي الهدف بتاعهم ان يبقى في لوبي عربي قوي ينزل ويعمل فوتنج. It doesn't matter، مش مهم انت بتصوت لديمقراطي او لجمهوري او المستقل، المهم ان انت يبقى عندك صوت، ان الاداره الامريكيه والناس يحسوا ان انت كلوبي عربي قوي هيعملوا حسابك. ساعتها مش هيقدروا يقولوا الكلام اللي احنا مش عايزين نسمعه. فيعني دي نقطه مهمه جدا دكتور نادر يعني اثرها. بس انا في نقطه برضو يعني ك president of the board of education, it's very important. We need to look at the education for even the American kids, you know, what they study about the Arab. Are they tell them the truth? Are what's in the books, it's the truth about us? We don't know. I don't know.
I personally got involved as president of the Board of Education. I made a point of reviewing history curriculum. We changed some of the books that were used in the classroom. We made sure, you know, there was Arab Americans in every school. There's 41 schools in the public schools in Yonkers, and we made sure every school had Arab Americans, not only to communicate and make it more feasible for the children and the parents, but also to send a message. When the principal of your school is an Arab American, teachers begin to respect that individual more, and they begin to respect Arab Americans more. When the president of the Board of Education appears as an Arab American, when we go to graduations and we start the graduation with good morning or buenos dias to the Hispanic, we say salamu alaikum. And this is at public school graduations to get people to recognize and respect us. You know, we are not what the negative media.
Exactly, and yeah, and as Mr.
Yeah.
Akram said, you know, you are 200,000 population in Yonkers, 5% are Arab, and I think this percentage is very, very close to the nationwide Arab 5% on the politics and voting. It's not a small number. 5% can make a big difference. So I'm encouraging everyone actually as MPAC, you know,
to join MPAC
يعني
and
أنا
hopefully
عايز
maybe
إن
to
إحنا
start
كلنا نروح
something
نصوت
أيضا.
بالضبط.
Different.
But you know, just the point, many years ago, a good friend of ours who became the mayor and worked very closely with us in our community was listening to a lot of our people, and I'm sure we do. We talk the talk. We say we have 10,000, we have 5,000, we have this and we have that. The politician called us in one day to a meeting. He goes, sit down. He goes, are you registered to vote? At the time, I said, no. And this was 1976. He said, I'm putting you on a board, a parks board, and a board of education, and you're not registered to vote. And then he said to me, you know what? When people in your community tell me I have 10,000, 5,000, and 2,000, he goes, you know what? I have access to the voter registration list. I'm going to get it from the County Board of Elections, and I'm going to look and see how many Arab Americans are registered to vote.
صحيح.
And that was a message to us, and no, don't talk the talk unless you can walk.
But how do you find out Arab American?
Because they know.
بتشوفوا الاسم بالعربي في database بنلدوا كل الاسامي الكبار.
طبعا.
So we encourage people to MPAC, to register to vote, and then when you have a registration, to get the data and know and educate the people, have candidates nights where you sit with the candidates and you say, why should we support you? What do you plan to do, not only for the community at large that we're concerned about, but Arab Americans? How many Arab Americans on boards, on commissions? How many have high-ranking positions in government? And
يعني خلينا نتعامل مع الانتخابات واللي بيحصل هنا في أمريكا بالأرقام. الناس دي بتتعامل بالأرقام. أنت ما تقوليش أنا عندي 20,000 عربي بس أنت اللي مسجل إن هو يصوت مثلا 300. هو بالنسبة له ال 20,000 دول مش مهم. هو أهم ال 300 عنده الأهم. فإحنا عايزين ال 300 دول يبقوا 20,000. فده الطريق الأمثل إن إحنا يبقى لنا كلمة في البلد دي.
نعم. Thank you, gentlemen, Dr. Nader, Mr. John, and Mr. Akram. Thank you so much, and good luck with MPAC. I'll be joining soon. Muhammad, would you like to join? I live in Westchester. Do you?
أنا ريجستر طبعا فوتر، وأنا بشكركم، وإن شاء الله يبقى لنا لقاء آخر بعد الانتخابات، بعد انتخابات البرايمري والانتخابات نوفمبر، ويبقى لنا لقاء آخر ونشوف تأثير امباك هيكون ايه. انا بشكركم وبشكر الساده المشاهدين، واترككم مع ريتا وباقي فقرات البرنامج الجسر، وما تنسوش تتواصلوا معنا.
نعم.
تصبحوا على خير.
شكرا لمحمد وشكرا لجميع الضيوف. نحن مشاهدينا رح نرجع ننتقل إلى الكليب المصور من حفل الأمباك Mediterranean Political Action Committee الأول اللي حصل الأسبوع الماضي في يونكرز نيويورك.
Here in Yonkers, New York, this is an organization that was established to develop greater respect for Arab Americans and to support candidates' initiatives that represent the best interests of our community here in New York State and the rest of the United States. We encourage our community to get involved, to register to vote, to make their voices heard, and to make sure that they're there working together, hand in hand, to represent the best interests. It is indeed a privilege this evening. This is a historical, memorable event. This is the first annual gala for MPAC, which stands for Mediterranean Political Action Committee. This is an organization that through the hard work and dedication of many active citizens of origins from the Mediterranean countries who have the same common values and respect for family, for culture, and for tradition, and have common goals in society, the type of goals that brings people together and respects the integrity of a community at large.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight over the ramparts we watched were so
First of all, this is the first time I've been in Yonkers since I think Joe Diaguardi was in Congress when I was here last. It's a long time ago. I was at an event that Nader invited me to, and it was big. The community was doing a lot of work, and I was really proud of the role you were playing in both political parties and with candidates all over the county. Many years have passed since then. And I guess because I'm old, I can sort of speak my mind a little bit. What the hell you've been doing all these years? I know you've been working, I know a lot of people have been working, but the Arab community in this city ought to be the #1 political power in the city. I mean, given the economic resources you've got, given the educational background you've got, given the savvy that you've got, the smarts, and the young people in the community that you've got, there should be more Americans in public office.
I want to thank you guys very much. That really helped put this together. Dr. Nader, Dr. Hammer, my board again. I'm very, very, very overwhelmed with what I see tonight. I got to say thank you to the unions. The union support is very great. Lionel Turner, Barry McGoey, CS